Morning students. So we have studied different tunneling methods, and in order to tunnel through a hard rock, we are using a machine which is known as tunnel boring machine. So this is a TBM or tunnel boring machine, and this tunnel boring machine is a machine which is used to excavate tunnels with a circular cross section through a variety of soil and rock strata. It can be used for any type of soil, and by using this machine we will be getting tunnels with a circular cross section. Okay, and here the tunnel diameter can range from meters to 19.25 meter. That is, we can excavate a tunnel up to a diameter 19.25 meter using TBM. So before advancing before using this TBM, first we have to do drilling and blasting. Okay, because if we are excavating using this TBM only, it will be very costly. So before using this TBM, initially we have to do drilling and blasting process through the hard rock. Okay, so in some cases digging will not be possible, so at that situation we can adopt drilling and blasting process, and in for soft soil we can use digging process. Okay, and even today this method is still used in construction of tunnel, but the main disadvantage is it will disturb the surroundings. So this figure shows how we are going to do drilling and blasting process. That is, for this cross section, first we are doing this blasting for one area, then it will be doing for the next area, and it will be continuing for the whole section, and we will drill the whole area. Okay, the first successful tunneling machine was developed by Sir Mark Isambral Brunel to excavate the Thames Tunnel in 1825, and in US the first boring machine to have been built was in 1853 using during the construction of Hoosac Tunnel. And this figure shows the main parts of a TBM, and there is a rotating disc with a cutting teeth. Okay, and this the function of this part is to cut the rock into pieces. Okay, that is, using the sharp edge of this cutting teeth we can cut the rock into smaller pieces. Next there is conveyor. Next one of the important portion is conveyor belt, and this conveyor belt will remove this rock pieces into backside. Okay, using this conveyor belt the rock pieces will be carried to the backside of this TBM. And there is one gripper arm, that is, there is hydraulic feet in order to grip the sides of the tunnel, and it will push the machine in forward direction. So these are the main important parts, and there is one scraper, and there is thruster arm in order to give the thrust for the movement. Okay, so these are the main parts. So we can see one video which shows the working of this TBM. Okay, so this is the video which shows the working of TBM. This is the conveyor belt. Okay, and through by the rotation of this rotating disc which is having cutting teeth, it will break the rock into smaller pieces. Okay, that is, this cutting edge is making the rock into small pieces, and it will be carried. These rock pieces will be carried through this conveyor belt towards the back side. Okay, this is conveyor belt, and this figure shows the hydraulic feet. That is, it will provide grip to the sides of the tunnel. That is, using this equipment, the tunnel, this TBM machine is pushed to forward direction. Okay. So this is actually the hydraulic feet which will provide grip, and it will push the machine in forward direction. Okay, so this is about working of tunnel boring machine. So working of TBM. TBM is shaped like a tube, and at the front there is a rotating disc with the cutting edge, and that can shear through the rock. So this rock will be break into smaller pieces using this cutting teeth, and the pulverized rock falls to the conveyor belt, and that carries it to the back of the TBM. Using this conveyor belt, these rock pieces will be carried back to the outside. and hydraulic feet grip the sides of the tunnel and push the machine forward. Okay, and there is also the ability to insert plates to line the interior of the tunnel. So we have to provide lining for the tunnel, so there is also one more equipment in order to provide this lining. So this is about tunnel boring machine. Next is tunnel lining. Tunnel lining means these are permanent or temporary support for keeping the tunnel from collapse and provide safety. So for providing safety to the tunnel, we have to provide tunnel lining, and tunnel linings are grouped into three forms, and there are three types of this tunnel lining. It may be tunnel ground support and primary lining and secondary lining. And this tunnel lining will give finishing touch to the tunnel cross section. That is the main function. This lining will provide finishing touch to the tunnel cross section. And the most common materials used for lining are stone masonry, brick masonry, cement concrete, rubber, cast iron and timber. And the objectives of tunnel lining, that is why we are doing lining for the tunnels. It will give correct section to the tunnel, and it keeps inside tunnel free from water percolation, and it forms good protective covering and prevents chemical action of water with certain type of rocks. It will prevent the reaction between this rock and some of the chemicals, and it will give strength to the weak section, and it will reduce the maintenance cost of tunnel, and provide neatness and cleanliness to the tunnel. So these are the functions of the tunnel lining. And usually the thickness of the tunnel lining is given by this equation, that is thickness T is equal to 82 times the diameter of the tunnel. So by using this equation, we are fixing the thickness of the lining which has to be provided for the tunnel. Okay. So in rocky ground, the lining can be carried out by any of the following ways, that is inward first, and then sides and top. That is first we are providing this lining for the inward portion, and then sides, and then top. Okay, and in second method, we are giving the lining for the side walls first, and then arch section, then this inward portion. Okay, and in some cases we are providing this lining for the full section in one single operation. Okay, that is first we can do in one type of method we can provide lining for the inward first, then sides, then finally top. And in second method we can provide the lining for the side wall first, then the arch section, and finally the inward. And in the third method we can provide this lining for the full section in single operation. So this is the procedure of tunneling in rocky ground. Okay, so the common type of tunneling used in tunnels, that is natural support and rock. When the tunnel is being bored through good quality rock, that is if the rock is having good quality and high resistance, we can provide the lining by the rock itself. That is one type. Next type, rock reinforcement, that is steel bolts are frequently set in holes drilled into the rock to assist it supporting the entire roof, or individual rock slabs that tend to fall into the tunnel. That is we are providing steel bolts, okay, to give support to the entire roof. Next is shotcrete, that is pneumatically applied mortar and concrete are increasingly being used for support of underground excavation. That is we are providing mortar and concrete. Okay, we are piping this mortar and concrete, and it is most commonly used lining process. So this is about lining of tunnel. So next, ventilation and lighting I will discuss in the next class.